Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you watch this beautiful flyover of our United States Army helicopters in review, you see the Chinook, the twin rotor helicopters we talked about, out front leading, and then back in the second wave. The 4 Black Hawk helicopter on the corners of this beautiful formation, and our Apache helicopters, the AH-64 Apaches. You see them right in the middle and also at the back. 2 beautiful diamonds, ladies and gentlemen, right here over our nation's capital as we celebrate 250 years of freedom. Wow, well, how about that, America? As we celebrate 250 years of freedom, it doesn't get much better than that. Well, you know what? We're going to equal that the rest of the day. We are just getting started. We have upwards of 100 aircraft involved in this wonderful aerial salute today as part of our nation's celebration of 250 years. That was your United States Army helicopter review, and we will be back with you in just a little bit with another segment here as we salute to America 250. Well, welcome back, America, to Salute to America 250. Our next flyover is absolutely spectacular. This is the United States Air Force Fleet Review, the Heavy Jets. Leading the formation today, the C-17 Globemaster III, a 4-engine strategic and tactical airlifter. They specialize in carrying troops, medical evacuation, and large cargo to include heavy mechanized vehicles directly to austere forward deployed airfields anywhere in the world. This aircraft and crew are based at Joint Base Charleston, South Carolina. The aircraft is a reliable airlifter. It combines intercontinental cargo carrying capability of large aircraft such as the C-5 Galaxy with the short field landing potential of the much smaller C-130 Hercules. Next in line is a KC-135 Stratotanker. They provide the core air refueling capability for the United States Air Force for more than 60 years. This aircraft is based at MacDill Air Force Base, Florida. Behind it, with the refueling boom also extended, is the KC-46. That aircraft is the Pegasus. It's a multi-mission aerial refueler strategic transport aircraft designed to refuel all U.S., Allied, and coalition aircraft. And bringing up the rear is the C-5, designed for heavy airlift to carry more cargo farther than any other aircraft. The Super Galaxy, 247 feet long, a wingspan of 222 feet, measures 65 feet tall at the top of the tail, with a flight crew sitting a whopping 30 feet in the air. Capable of carrying almost anything in the U.S. arsenal, including other aircraft and satellites. This crew and aircraft from Dover Air Force Base, Delaware. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as our salute continues, that is your United States Air Force Heavy Jet in review. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're all set for our next flyover here at the National Mall in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, as we celebrate 250 years of freedom. Coming up is the United States Air Force Fleet Review for Special Operations Command, or we call it AFSOC. These aircraft are all from Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico. You'll see 2 AC-130J Ghost Riders, 2 CV-22 Ospreys, and 2 of the brand new OA-1K Sky Raider 2s. Now, the AC-130 Ghost Rider is AFSOC's premier heavy gunship, highly modified variant of the Lockheed C-130. It's a close air support, air interdiction, and armed reconnaissance aircraft. The Ospreys are medium-lift capable tilt rotors, short takeoff and landing aircraft. They have the speed and range of a turboprop aircraft, the maneuverability of a helicopter, and the ability to carry 24 combat troops twice as fast and 5 times farther than previous helicopters. We also have the OA-1K Sky Raider 2s, the historic name back to the A-1D Sky Raider of Korea and Vietnam era. The Sky Raider 2 represents a new era of cost-effective aircraft, adaptable across a wide spectrum of mission needs. The missions it supports include close air support, precision strike, and armed reconnaissance. They present a smaller maintenance package, and they operate with lower cost per flying hour than conventional aircraft or other special ops platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the United States Air Force AFSOC Special Operations Fleet that supports our warfighters downrange each and every day. 2 beautiful AC-130J Ghost Riders. On the formation's left, 2 of the CV-22 Ospreys, and on the formation's right, 2 of the OA-1K Sky Raider 2s. Ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful sight here over the reflecting pool and now the Washington Monument. Flyover here is the United States Navy fighter fleet in review. You'll see 2 FA-18 Rhino aircraft and 2 F-35 C model Lightning IIs. The 4-ship formation consists of the 2 F-18 Rhinos from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia, the most lethal carrier-based strike fighter aircraft in the world. The FA-18 Super Hornet, nicknamed the Rhino. Also in the formation, 2 F-35C Lightning IIs from Naval Air Station Lemoore, California. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Navy fixed-wing flight in review. You'll hear more information momentarily on both of these type aircraft.
Call sign Sword on behalf of the United States Navy. Flying the F-18 to the edge of his operating envelope. Now Debbie and Scooter are setting up for the flat pirouette where they'll demonstrate the Super Hornet's unique ability to operate at slow speeds and high angles of attack. Watch as they execute a maximum performance loop away from the crowd and command a nose-high 540 degrees turn, all while remaining parallel to the ground. Debbie and Scooter are now setting up for their minimum radius turn to tail stand with max AB selected. Aircrew will set a 90-degree angle bank and hold 7.5 Gs for 30 seconds of turn. At the end of the minimum radius turn, aircrew will max reform to the vertical, followed by negative 2 G pushover to return level flight. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, minimum radius turn. Debbie and Scooter are setting up for the high-speed pass. During this maneuver, the Rhino will be approaching SO center at 200 feet, nearing Mach 1 or 750 miles an hour and maximum afterburner. The F-18's two GE 400 engines will combine thrust over 41,000 pounds, burning 60,000 pounds of fuel per hour. As a result, you may notice white compression vapors around their aircraft, indicating they are approaching the speed of sound. In the pool, they're setting up for the vertical pirouette. Debbie and Scooter will pull the aircraft into the vertical, then roll the canopy towards the crowd, following by a negative G pushover and wings level. Aircrew will use the F-18's two digital flight control computers to rotate back to bullseye nose low while keeping the canopy pinned to the crowd. This ability is rapid. Now watch as the Super Hornet rapidly reorientates its nose 4 times, flying in a distinct square loop pattern throughout the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, the square loop.